Welcome to our quick lesson on how to write, present, quantitative research data. We'll show you the most important steps you need to take to write, edit, and present your quantitative study well in this video.
The whole point of quantitative research is to find useful insights by analyzing numbers. Making this information easy to understand is important if you want your results to have an effect. Let's talk about why this process is important and how it works.
By the end of this video, you'll know how to revise and finalize your research paper, deliver an engaging oral presentation, and create a visually appealing poster presentation.
Stay tuned as we also include practical examples to make this concept easy to apply. Let's begin with revising and finalizing your quantitative research paper.
By the end of this video, you'll learn 3 key things. First, how to effectively revise and finalize a quantitative research paper to ensure it is clear, organized, and impactful. Second, you'll discover how to prepare and deliver an engaging oral presentation. We'll show you how to use visuals and communication techniques to captivate your audience and convey your findings with confidence. And finally, you'll learn how to design and present a professional research poster. We'll guide you through the essential components and lay out tips to make your poster visually appealing and informative. With these objectives in mind, we hope to empower you with the tools and strategies needed to excel in your research presentations. Let's get started!
Now, let's proceed to Unit 9, Lesson 1, Revising and Finalizing Quantitative Research Papers. Now, what is revising? Revising is commonly defined as the process of making necessary improvements, correction, or updates by changing something that is already written or printed.
So now let's proceed to finalizing. What is finalizing? Finalizing in research involves completing and refining your work before submission or publication. This process includes ensuring coherence, proper formatting, and thorough proofreading. Key steps consists of checking citations, organizing findings, and making revisions to improve clarity and accuracy. And now, there are 3 key revisions. We have clarity, organization, and lastly, peer review. So now we have first, clarity. Clarity refers to the quality of being easily understood and free from ambiguity. It is vital for effective communication in research, ensuring that findings, arguments, and methodologies are presented in a comprehensible manner for the intended audience. Clarity enhances the research overall impact and promotes better understanding and engagement with the content. Now, we have organization. Organization in research involves systematically arranging and structuring information, ideas, and findings within a paper. Effective organization is essential for presenting research logically and coherently, making it accessible to readers. It ensures clarity in the research process and supports well-founded conclusions based on the evidence presented. Now, lastly, we have peer review. What is peer review? Peer review is the process where researchers receives feedback from a reviewer, evaluates it, and filters it what is the most helpful in the revision of the draft. Now, I have one example. We have the use of feedback objectively, and second, feedback that is based on facts rather than personal opinions or feelings or interpretations. And now, lastly, the use of feedback from multiple sources. It can help you get more balanced and comprehensive view of yourself or your work.
Now let's proceed to Lesson 2.
Oral presentation in quantitative research.
What is an oral presentation? An oral presentation is either a group or an individual verbally speaking in front of an audience with its goal to educate, advocate, entertain, inform, or to introduce or open an argument. Now let me ask you a question. Is oral presentation important in presenting your research? If yes, then why? Well, here's why. First, Through oral presentation, researchers will be able to further discuss their topic and provide more examples. Second, it is an effective and ideal way to engage with the audience and captivate their attention. And lastly, since the audience's attention has been captivated, making them interested in the topic, it is more likely to happen that the audience can now retain or recall the information given.
For you to be able to successfully deliver your oral presentation, here's some tips for you. First, know your audience. It is important to know your audience for you to create a more engaging, relevant, and effective presentation that increases the chances of your presentation to be remembered. Second, make an outline of your presentation. The outline should consist of an introduction, body, and conclusion. This will help you deliver an organized oral presentation. And the last tip for you is to practice by yourself. Time yourself while practicing your presentation or practice reciting your presentation while looking at yourself in the mirror. This will help you deliver your speech gracefully. Remember, in an oral presentation, your goal is not just to present your findings or your study, but to also give the people an idea on why your study is important. In an oral presentation, you could also make use of visuals, but remember, there's also do's and don'ts in using visuals. The do's. Present your presentation in a logical and organized manner. Choose a neutral and non-distracting color. Make sure that the font size is big enough for the audience to read, and be visually consistent. The don'ts. Avoid using flashy photos, avoid using too much colors, too many animations, and too many sound effects. Don't put too much text in the slides, and don't hastily move from one slide to another.
In delivering oral presentation, there are things to remember. First, pay attention to your language. Second, communicate clearly. Third, use your body language. And lastly, engage with the audience.
And for the last topic in this lesson, here's one tip on how to correct your public speaking errors. Create a mnemonic. A mnemonic is a pattern of letters or ideas that helps in remembering something. An example of this is the SMART, where S stands for slide presentation counts, M stands for manage your time effectively, A stands for audience should be engaged, R stands for review your findings, and T stands for train yourself to be confident.
Remember, presenting your research topic and findings helps you to make your audience understand deeper about the information.
Oral presentation plays a crucial role in disseminating research information, and it enhances researchers' ability in presenting their work to people verbally.
Today, I'll be covering the layout of a research poster and how it helps effectively communicate your study. Let's talk about poster presentation, specifically the layout. A research poster is a visual summary of your study. A clear and organized layout makes it easier for viewers to understand your research. The layout should follow this structure. Start with a title section at the top, including your research title and name. Use 2 to 5 columns below for sections like the introduction, method, results, and conclusion. Make sure everything is properly aligned with enough white space to keep the poster clean and easy to read.
Now let's focus on design and effective delivery. For design, use professional fonts like Arial or Times New Roman and ensure the text is readable from 3 to 4 feet away. Stick to a simple color scheme. Dark text on a light background works best. Include visuals like graphs or charts to summarize your findings, but don't overdo it.
In summary, a good layout ensures clarity, while design and delivery help your presentation stand out.
With these tips, you can create a strong and effective poster presentations. Good luck with your posters!
Today, I'll be sharing tips on how to create an effective oral presentations. Oral presentation are essential skills in many areas from school to boardrooms. But what exactly makes a presentation impactful? Let's explore the key elements that can help you deliver with confidence and clarity. To achieve a successful presentation, you need to focus on 4 main elements. First, clarity and structure, organizing your ideas effectively. 2. Engagement, keeping your audience interested. 3. Visual aids, using slides to complement your message. 4. Delivery, how you communicate with your voice and body language.
One of the first steps to
to a successful presentation is to have a clear structure. You should follow a simple outline. Introduction. Tell the audience what we're going to talk about. Body. Present the main content and section or key points. Conclusion. Summarize your ideas and leave your audience with a strong message. This structure helps your audience follow along without getting lost in your ideas.
Engagement is key to keeping your audience attention. You want to create a connection. Start by asking a question. For example, how many of you have ever felt nervous before a presentation? This not only get people thinking, but it also makes them feel involved. Another technique is using stories or example to make your content relatable.
Visual aids are an important part of your presentation, but they should complement, not overwhelm your message. A good rule of thumb is to keep slides simple. Use image or graphs to highlight important data. Avoid too much text. Try to use bullet points to summarize key ideas. For example, in this slide, you can see how I've summarized the key steps for structuring a presentation using simple bullet points.
Your delivery can make or break your presentation. A confident speaker engages the audience better. Here's how you can improve your delivery. Voice. Use tone and pace to emphasize key points. For example, slow down when making an important statement and speed up when sharing exciting information. Body language. Stand tall and use gesture to emphasize your words. Avoid crossing your arms as this can seem closed off. Instead, keep your posture open and natural.
Hi everyone! Today, I'll walk you through an example of a well-designed quantitative research poster. Posters are an initial way to visually summarize your research, making your findings accessible and engaging to a wide audience. At the top of the poster, we have the title of the research. It's concise, descriptive, and written in a large, bold font to immediately capture attention. Right below the title, we've included the author's name and affiliations. This establishes credibility and allows viewers to know who conducted the research. In the introduction, we briefly outline the research background and the problem we aim to address. This section answers the why of the study. Why is this research important? Notice how it's written in a simple, clear language, avoiding technical jargon that could confuse viewers unfamiliar with the topic. Next, we have the methods. This section explains how the research was conducted. Now let's look on the results. This section is the heart of the poster. The findings are presented visually using graphs and charts. In the conclusion, we summarize the key findings and their implications. For example, now that we've gone through the poster, here are a few tips for presenting it effectively. Stand near your poster to answer questions. Make eye contact with your audience and explain the significance of your findings in a straightforward, confident manner. That's it for an example of a quantitative research poster. I hope this gives you insights into how to design and present your research effectively. Thank you. Now that we've covered the basics, let's look at some real-life applications of writing and presenting quantitative research data. These skills are vital in many fields. For example, in healthcare, researchers use quantitative data to show the effectiveness of treatments. Imagine presenting data about a new drug reduces recovery time. Your ability to communicate those findings clearly could influence medical practices and save lives. In business, companies rely on data presentations to make strategic decisions. For instance, analyzing customer satisfaction survey results can help businesses improve their products and services. And in education, researchers use quantitative data to evaluate teaching methods. For example, test scores analysis can inform curriculum improvements. These examples show how writing, revising, and presenting research can have a real-world impact, making it essential to master these skills. Now, let's discuss some common mistakes and how to avoid them. In research writing, one common mistake is redundancy, where you repeat the same idea using different words. To avoid this, aim for clarity and conciseness in your writing. Another issue is disorganization, where sections don't flow logically. Always use a clear structure: introduction, methods, results, and conclusion. In oral presentations, using overly flashy slides with too many animations or distracting color can confuse your audience. Instead, stick to a simple and professional designs. Another mistake is reading directly from your slides. Remember, slides should support your presentation, not replace it. In poster presentations, avoid cluttered layouts. Too much information can overwhelm the viewer. Instead, focus on key points and leave enough white space to keep the design clear. Another error is choosing hard-to-read fonts or text that's too small. Make sure your poster is legible from a distance. By avoiding these common pitfalls, you can ensure your research stands out for all the right reasons. To make sure your research process easier and more professional, let me introduce some tools you can use. For data visualization, if you need to create graphs or charts, tools like Excel, Tableau, or even Google Sheets are very user-friendly. For more advanced designs, you can try Canva for infographics or RStudio for statistical visualizations. For poster design, PowerPoint is a great option for creating posters, but if you want more flexibility, tools like Adobe Illustrator or Canva are excellent. Mastering these tools will save you time and help you produce polished, professional output. Before we conclude, let's test your understanding with a quick interactive quiz. Don't worry, this is just for fun, and it will help reinforce what we've discussed today. I'll ask a question and you'll have a few seconds to think about your answer before I reveal the correct response. Ready? Let's begin. Question number 1. What is the main purpose of revising a research paper? A. To make it longer. B. To improve clarity, organization, and precision. C. To add unnecessary details. The correct answer is B. Revising ensures your research paper is clear, organized, and precise, making it easier for your audience to understand. Question number 2. Which of the following is a key component of an oral presentation? A. Reading directly from your slides. B. Using visuals to support your points. C. Adding excessive animations. The correct answer is B. Visuals should support your presentation. Avoid reading directly from slides or overusing animations as they can distract your audience. Last question. In a poster presentation, why is white space important? A. It makes the poster look clean and organized. B. It wastes space that could be used for text. C. It hides important information. The correct answer is A. White space ensures your poster is clean and organized, making it easier for viewers to focus on key points. Great job, everyone! These questions highlight some of the important aspects of writing and presenting quantitative research. Remember, practice makes perfect, so keep refining these skills.
Remember, whether it's revising your paper, delivering an oral presentation, or designing a poster, preparation and clarity are the key.
Thank you for watching and best of luck in your future research endeavors. See you next time!